Here's another popular myth. It's E.T. Phone home. I'm so sick of seeing this alien propaganda bullshit from the news, from people like, some people say Alex Jones talking about it now, but I'm not really sure. And I saw something about Joe Rogan talking about it and all this other stuff. And then they're on the news talking about how real these things are. Let me tell you the truth about aliens. You know I'm gonna give all the evidence in the description box. These people are they're one of a couple things. They're either shills trying to help usher in the New World Order, just like Cooper said they will, using this whole alien propaganda by starting off with these whole UFOs that they're acting like they don't know where they came from, even though UFO type spacecrafts have been along for a long time. Or you have like these delusional people who think because they see a something that looks like a spacecraft and a flying disc that all of a sudden means that it's a alien, and then they'll tell you all about how they saw a crash and they can give you all of this stuff. There is not one shred of solid evidence. You got that aliens exist. You got dumbasses like Neil deGrasse on here. People thinking he's so smart. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's just a shill too. People who believe in aliens right now, even though they can't prove it, and they're being brainwashed by the news and by their little celebrities, are morons. I have a whole playlist, with 100-something videos. There's not one single shred of evidence. And let me tell you again, because I always know their tactics. Let me tell you what they're going to do. They're going to say Bill Cooper didn't know everything, and then they're going to use their whole new evidence has emerged. And he couldn't have known so much back then because, new things had to surface and so on, so and so. That's all it takes for them. Just like when whenever people start exposing politics and exposing what's really going on in the world, they want to throw a little headline on a little magazine that you see in like Walmart or Lowe's or something, talking about something that happened a long time ago, talking about how new evidence has emerged in the case. These are all distractions. I want you to prove. I want any of you weirdos, because that's what you are at this point, weirdos, wackos, and lulus. I want you to prove that aliens exist. Oh, let me tell you again what they're going to do. They're going to give you a link to a seminar, an 8-hour seminar of another clown who the New World Order gave a title to, so that means he's legitimate. And it's going to be like an 8-hour seminar of this person on a stage with a goofy button-up shirt, sitting here brainwashing them for hours and hours and hours, and then still not giving them any solid evidence, but making sure they tell you to keep the possibility open. Look at the news thing. Are we alone? And you have some weird music on these documentaries. You got the History Channel. You got Discovery Channel talking about ancient aliens. You got these dumbasses out here thinking they know everything about the ancient Anunnaki, and they know what they know how different kinds of species of aliens. They know that there's a gray, there's a black, there's a blue, there's a dumbass, and a whole bunch of other species that they can prove exist, but they can't show us anything though. These people don't care about being stupid. They don't care that they're promoting this and even using the Navy and in the Air Force and all these other people to trick them. And the Navy's acting like they don't have any. Well, some of them really don't know anything about this because they are being lied to themselves and they have never seen this technology. And that's what makes their words seem so convincing, because they actually believe what they saw, because they don't know that the organizations and the secret governments and everything that they're working for are actually building these things and working with these things. You can go to Area 51 anytime you want, and you can see that they're test flying all of this stuff, or they were back in the day. I got videos of Cooper on the channel going there at day and at night and showing that the military are the ones out here flying these UFOs that these people believe to be of some kind of alien origin. Oh yeah, and why is Jones talking about aliens? I thought he said when he was talking about Cooper, if he is talking about aliens or whatever he's saying, because I just heard this from somebody else. If he is, then why did he say he doesn't discuss aliens on his show when somebody called in and talked to him about Bill Cooper and he lied and he said, "Look, man, some dead drunk. I don't talk about aliens, man. I'm sorry, man." Dang, I hurt my throat trying to do that joke. But I'm going to drop this playlist. I want you to go look at every single one of these videos. And Cooper's alien hypothesis was removed from Behold a Pale Horse, where he said that all of this could be a lie. And then he openly admitted that at the end of his last interview that there's not one single shred of evidence, and all the evidence is falsified and a lie. He talked about he broke Roswell open, wide open, all of these things wide open. But again, when you want to be a weirdo and an immature child who just wants to see something of alien that you think is an alien, you're going to believe whatever they say about aliens, because this is what you want to believe. Regardless, y'all, if they can prove it or not, it doesn't matter. They just want to believe what they want to believe. There are no aliens. The government is not working with aliens. They know where these UFOs are coming from because they're the ones building them. I have to say it a million times that you can build your own spacecraft if you want, and in the Alien Agenda playlist link that I'm gonna link below. Sorry, it's raining and storming. You can see that Cooper did an hour broadcast of how to build one and how to get it up off the ground. And he was in the Navy and saw this same alien technology they call alien technology. He saw the same exact type of technology that they're with that one little UFO news clip that they're throwing everywhere and saying they got from the Air Force. He described seeing that exact thing when he was in the Navy. And this is another reason why they killed Cooper, because he'd be right here, right now, calling out all of this alien propaganda bullshit. But let me tell you, weak-minded individuals and dummies are still going to believe it because, again, I want to believe.
The Imperial Japanese Mission 1917, a record of the reception throughout the United States of the special mission headed by Viscount Ishii. And when the Imperial Japanese Mission was in New York City, they had a dinner and some pretty famous people spoke at this dinner. One of them was John Dewey. John Dewey is the father of our failing, disastrous public education system. Here's what he said. Listen very carefully. John Dewey, professor of philosophy in Columbia University, who was the next speaker, was listened to with great intentness. He said, quote, "Someone remarked that the best way to unite all the nations on this globe would be an attack from some other planet. In the face of such an alien enemy, people would respond with a sense of their unity of interest and purpose." Unquote. Now, bear in mind, folks, that's 1917. Now, I have since come to believe that the extraterrestrial portion of all of this is nonsense, but that the technology is real. I believe that many of us were shown these documents over the years so that later we would talk about it. I mean, how can you keep the existence of extraterrestrials, if they were real, a secret? And how could anyone keep quiet knowing that they had seen documentation, official government documents labeled top secret, that expressed that these extraterrestrials were real and had visited this earth? I wanted to know just how true all of this was, and I began a program of research to find out if extraterrestrials were real. What I discovered was amazing. What I discovered, ladies and gentlemen, is that there has been a plan in existence since about 1917, and probably before that, to create an artificial extraterrestrial threat to this earth in order to create a one-world totalitarian socialist government. Experiments have been proposed to test the credibility of an out-of-our-world invasion threat. And it continues on another page. Nevertheless, an effective political substitute for war would require alternate enemies, some of which might seem equally far-fetched in the context of the current war system. It may be, for instance, that gross pollution of the environment can eventually replace the possibility of mass destruction by nuclear weapons as the principal substitute for war. Are you beginning to get the message, folks?
And the first realization of this massive, gigantic movement to protect the earth from this alien threat would be a one-world totalitarian socialist government. Mark my words, this is only one of the contingency plans of those who want to bring this about. And they have at their disposal the technology that has already been used for many, many years to implant in the subconscious mind of the men and women, the people of the world, that the threat is real, even though there is no proof anywhere existing upon the face of this earth or anywhere else that extraterrestrial beings exist, much less are visiting this earth.